Them DEI Grammys, that's what they called them. That just happened. How did y'all feel about the Grammy Awards, man? And what were y'all thoughts about how it went down this year?
Man, I ain't watched the Grammys since they snubbed it from me and Snoop. Ooh. You feel me?
So you just been fed up ever since then?
Yeah, because remember they put Lollipop in the category with us, and Lollipop had just came out.
Yeah.
So we got beat by Lil Wayne, which you know I ain't tripping, but you know what I'm saying. I'm glad somebody won. You know, I ain't knocking it, but it's just like that record wasn't out as long as Sexual Seduction was.
Yeah.
And when I talked to Snoop, he was just like, well, you know. This when I learned, I ain't know you get voted on by your peers. I didn't know that was the Grammys. So everybody, you know what I'm saying?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
You know what I'm saying?
So with Snoop,
I don't think the peers count.
right.
You feel me? So that's what they say, nigga.
Right.
Because you remember back in the days, not to cut you off, the radio station used to be ran by your peers too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit all lies to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's great for JD. I think that was
congratulations,
great.
JD.
Cops, man, goddamn. Man.
Exactly.
Y'all got some more, goddamn.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, I love it to death. It's just when the average person can look at the TV and be like, I know that album ain't it because I ain't heard it.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're making a grave mistake with the actual industry, because now the average person can look at it and say they can see the false in it, and I think they're making a great mistake with that, because it's making all of the OGs, like I saw Melba Moore put a post up and said, man, the music isn't about talent anymore, it's about popularity. So once the OGs over us that start coming and saying, and then also the disrespect that they gave the Babyface was just awesome. Like that was just like wow. Like
my God.
But see, this is the problem I got. As long as you keep trying to go to somebody's house that don't want you in it, you're gonna get exactly what you get.
Every time.
Yes, sir.
You keep trying to be like somebody that it's like 1 minute, it's just like people outside protesting and waving another country flag.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful. So it's like, if you gonna keep watching people manipulate your culture and you gonna keep taking the scraps for it, then you can't get upset when you wind up in the place you in. Because as long as we keep accepting the low bar, then that's what you're gonna get from the business also.
Amen.
I'm not a Kendrick Lamar hater. I love They Not Like Us, that song. That song was a doggone hit, okay? But it cleaned house at the Grammys. Future Metro, they went in there and they jammed last year too, but they ain't get no love at the same time.
Because again, now this shit scripted. This shit scripted. See, right now, they mad at the South. They don't want to keep giving the South no award. Y'all keep breaking the law. So what we gonna do is we gonna try and team up with the West Coast and act like we want the West Coast to win. But because we want the West Coast to win, because we know we gonna help, he's gonna eliminate an enemy of ours. That's Drake. That's all. It's just it's war games going on, and these are the war games that also destroyed New York as a hip hop capital. Because once you start sending us at each other for profit gain, then we again, music has changed into something that it wasn't supposed to be. Music was supposed to be used to teach, build, and give people joy.
Yes, sir.
Now when you turn around and you like, okay, hey bro, I don't like Buddy right there, so I'm gonna pay you to take him out. See, when you start doing all that kind of stuff, that girl stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't really get into all that, but that's what hip hop turned into. That's why when the OGs say it's turned into a popularity game, it's about who you with and who you running with. But your record, I might not even heard your record, but because of who you with, you won your award. Now, will you have you a career? I don't know, you know, because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, look at all them artists that go out there and do Rolling Out Loud. For the past 10 years, I bet you half them artists that did that Rolling Out ain't in the business no more. Because they'll never get back to that stage because they didn't have to go to the chitlin circuit like me and like us three had to do.
Exactly.
We had to go to the chitlin circuit. I met that man in chatter. Where we met first time on the road. I met when
we was somewhere.
We was somewhere when I first met you on the road. I think in Georgia somewhere. I think we was in the backwoods somewhere.
I think we were in Augusta.
I think, right? Yeah. First time I met Turk them, we was in Nashville. Y'all messing with old boy them in Nashville.
Yep. Twine, what up, boy?
Yeah.
Jimmy.
You know what I mean?
Flying to Nashville, spend 80s. Yeah. Shawty Ray, man, you know, being a producer, man, and you know, being an artist, like, which one would you prefer to be? You know, would you do both?
I mean, after talking to Gipp last week and him telling me I should do an EP, I'm thinking about jumping back in it. But
time for that.
I always wanted to be a producer, but you know, when you get so big, like, you know, the labels want you, hey, write your own records, be your own rapper. You get the whole check. You ain't gotta go over there and work with Buddy no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I was just like, you know, but a lot of the artist side of me is like, I don't do trap music for real. Like, if you hear my sound, it's like sexual seduction, or it's on some, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gipp and tell you, like, I got some shit over there ain't nobody heard.
Yeah.
And everybody think I'm just sitting there on some trap shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I do play it for, like, well, back then, because, you know, I control my own shit now. But back then, they was like, how do we market this? He the trap god, he this and that.
Yeah.
We don't know how to put this out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when you get in that situation and you don't have creative control, you know, that's when it messes it up. So you just be like, man, let me just stick to producing. You know, because, you know, I didn't even want the Drifter record to be the first single. And they leaked that record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had a record with John Legend that I wanted to drop first. On some positive vibes shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They were like, nah, we gonna drop this Drifter.
Yeah.
And then they took Gipp off the Drifter, put Snoop version, and gave it to DJ Clue.
My God.
So the South was just mad at me. I was like, I ain't have nothing to do with that. So it kind of messed me up on the artistry because that wasn't my plan. The plan was Gipp blew the record up.
Yeah.
Keep Snoop on there. I got one verse and Gipp got his verse.
Yeah.
The same way it was.
Exactly.
And they dropped the ball and gave it to a New York producer, and everybody, all the southern producers, they messed with me, messed with him.
Yeah.
They were like, man, how they get that version and what's going on? Why Gipp off the record?
Yeah.
You know? And that just made me stop being an artist.
Get in here, Gipp.
It was amazing. It's like, man, it's happened to me so many times in the career
serious?
where we'll do something so organic and then the people show up and then shit get remixed. You know what I mean? And I always knew a lot of times it had something to do with people having a problem probably with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I you know, my thing was for me never to get into a depression, I always keep moving.
Okay then.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I knew that, you know, even with Shawty Red, when he was like, man, we probably did that record one time out in public.
Yeah.
And he sprung it on me. I'm like, nigga, I don't even remember the verse. I'm like, man, nigga, I don't remember no verse. He just threw that shit on the memory card. I'm like,
you know it either.
I'm like, that shit. You know, so it's like, I always just love being at the forefront of something. And then when they tripped me out when we did the record, and then the next thing I heard was sexual seduction. I was like, yeah, boy, Snoop came in there and heard that shit. He was like, whip me up, something like that.
He actually wanted to buy that one, but I had got the deal with Sylvia Rome.
Yeah.
Sylvia Rome signed me, and that's who controlled the project.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel
that's
that.
what happened, because we were killing the independent. It's just the version with me and Gipp.
Yeah.
And that version's still out. Like, it came out, but I wanted Snoop, Gipp, you know what I'm saying? I wanted that the main version. Because we already had
crazy.
we already had the independent version now.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you get the deal, okay, we got to switch this record out. And Snoop was finna go on tour. So I was like, nah, we ain't taking Gipp off the record. I want Snoop at the beginning, keep my verse in the middle, and let Gipp ride out.
Yeah.
Because if you try to this is the thing about producing, right? If you put the feature artist before you, and you last, they gonna cut the record.
Yeah.
So if you know how to do it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They gonna play the whole record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the key to that.
That's that man fresh.
So that's how I set it up.
Yeah.
And they did it the wrong way. So I was mad about it.
My God.